to the TokyoBill Weekly Update, an end-of-week news brief on events in and around Japan. Today is September 21st, 2024. The population of individuals aged 65 and over in Japan has reached a record high of 36.25 million, accounting for 29% of the total population. This group includes 15.7 million men and 20.5 million women. The proportion of older adults has been increasing since the 1950s and is projected to reach 35% by 2040. Currently accounting for 13.5% of all workers over the age of 15, the number of workers aged 65 and over has risen to a record 9.14 million. In related news across the Japan Sea, North Korean authorities are cracking down on doctors who perform abortions and provide contraceptives to address the country's declining birth rate. The fertility rate in North Korea has dropped below a sustainable level, with doctors reportedly performing clandestine abortions at home-based makeshift clinics. One doctor in Ryanggang province has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for conducting illegal abortions following the death of one woman. Vendors of contraceptives are also facing persecution, with the government raising doctors' salaries to discourage them from seeking additional income. Leader Kim Jong-un has called on women to help reverse the trend of declining birth rates in North Korea. Canada is discussing joining the AUKUS security partnership with the United Kingdom, Australia, and the United States to counter China's influence in Asia-Pacific. Canadian Defense Minister Bill Blair expressed commitment during his visit to Tokyo this past week, focusing on the second phase of AUKUS for advanced military technologies. Details of Canada's role are not specified yet. Japan is also considering participation in AUKUS. Blair highlighted Canada's increasing defense responsibilities and military spending. He and Defense Minister Kihara discussed China's incursions into Japanese waters, leading to formal protests by Tokyo. Related to Canada's visit, Canada is sending a military patrol plane and 50 personnel to Japan to support international sanctions on North Korea. Defense Minister Bill Blair announced the upcoming deployment during a meeting with Japanese Defense Minister Minoru Kihara in Tokyo. Blair condemned North Korea's recent ballistic missile tests and emphasized the importance of strengthening defense ties with Japan, to which the Royal Canadian Air Force will deploy a CP-140 Aurora patrol plane to Japan for approximately 4 weeks, as part of an operation to intercept maritime vessels suspected of evading United Nations sanctions on North Korea. Researchers at Tokyo Metropolitan University have developed an electrochemical cell that converts bicarbonate solution into formate, a green fuel source delivered from captured carbon. This innovation could revolutionize carbon capture and utilize technology by offering a more energy-efficient alternative to traditional methods. By utilizing reactive carbon capture, the new cell eliminates the need for pure gaseous CO2 and simplifies the conversion process. This breakthrough could pave the way for a more sustainable future by providing a viable option for society's transition towards green energy solutions. A producer at NHK Global Media Services, a subsidiary of public broadcaster NHK, was arrested for allegedly assaulting a JR Shibuya station staff member. The incident occurred when the producer, Shiro Hosoi, was woken up by the staff member after falling asleep in front of the ticket gates at the station's Hachigo gate. Hosoi attempted to flee but was apprehended by station staff and turned over to the police. Hosoi is believed to have been intoxicated at the time. NHK expressed disappointment over the incident and stated they would manage the issue in a strict manner. A Tokyo zoo successfully bred an endangered Indian rhinoceros, marking the first such success in 50 years. A calf was born earlier this month at the Tama Zoological Park, the species' 8th successful birth in the country. The zoo captured the moment of delivery in video clips, showing the baby standing up by itself and nursing from the mother. Out of interest to their health, both rhinos will not be exhibited immediately, but the zookeepers have expressed relief that they appear calm and healthy. The head of a travel industry group in Japan suggested offering free passports to 18-year-olds to boost international travel among young people. Only 17% of Japanese citizens hold passports, limiting opportunities for youth to travel abroad. The chairman of the Japan Association of Travel Agents expressed concern about the decline in overseas travel due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He plans to propose the idea of giving new adults 5-year passports and providing passports to those finishing junior high school. Increasing outbound travelers is crucial to attracting more inbound tourists to Japan and stimulating international flights to and from the country. The Pokemon Company has successfully won a $15 million lawsuit against a Chinese company for using Pokemon characters in its game, Pocket Monster Reissue. The game allegedly features characters like Ash Ketchum and Pikachu, leading to a lawsuit that culminated in damages of $50 million. Despite appearing popular and earning around $42 million per year, the game faced legal action due to copyright infringement. The Pokemon Company has a history of protecting its intellectual property, even targeting fan projects that cross certain boundaries. Despite some controversy, the company has demonstrated willingness to take legal action against unauthorized Pokemon projects. Sightings of nutria, large rodents from South America considered alien species in Japan, are increasing in Nara Prefecture along the Yamato River. They were first spotted in 2019 in Oji, near Osaka, and have since expanded to the southeastern Nara Basin. The Sakurai municipal government has noted a sharp increase in sightings this year and issued a warning to people to not feed nutrias. Reports of nutria sightings are being collected to track their spread in the area. Nutrias have also been seen in other rivers in Nara Prefecture, indicating a continuous expansion of their habitat in the region. A 77-year-old woman is accused of aiding a Yakuza member's escape, known for her Yakuza apartments, due to having tenants with criminal ties. Despite receiving a suspended prison sentence, she continues to show compassion for those in need, even those with criminal backgrounds, who find accommodations difficult to obtain. She has asked Yakuza-related tenants to leave her properties following the incident, but her daughter praises her caring nature. The woman remains committed to helping vulnerable individuals despite legal consequences, receiving support from her tenants who value her guidance and assistance. 7 individuals, including members of the loosely organized crime group Chinese Dragon, were arrested for causing a disturbance and interfering with business outside an Apple store in Tokyo. The suspects, including Kaijiro Shirai and Chinese national Song Gyo-king, were accused of forcibly obstructing the store's business by shouting angrily at each other and causing disruptions. The dispute between the two groups, reportedly within Chinese Dragon, stemmed from disagreements over resales of the latest iPhone models. The Metropolitan Police Department attributes the conflict to member transfers within the groups and has not confirmed whether the suspects admitted to the allegations. In July, Japan saw a record high of 3.3 million foreign visitors, leading to an increase in visitor spending. However, there is a growing concern about tax evasion through abuse of the consumption tax exemption system. Cases of tax evasion were investigated at Narita International Airport, including one involving a man who purchased over 10 million yen, about $70,000, of goods at duty-free stores, but failed to take them out of the country as required. The suspicion being that he resold the goods, which would require his paying consumption tax. Customs officials are unable to collect taxes from travelers who refuse inspections, resulting in billions of yen in unpaid taxes in fiscal 2022. The National Tax Agency admitted that the issue may be more widespread than reported. A Shinkansen train in Japan made an emergency stop on Thursday after its two linked trains uncoupled for the first time while in motion. The incident affected 45,000 passengers and led to 72 train cancellations and 35 delays on multiple Shinkansen lines. Despite the uncoupling, there were no injuries or derailments reported. All bullet train services between Tokyo and Shin-Aomori were temporarily halted for inspection, but were later resumed. The cause of the incident is under investigation, but no abnormalities have been found on the coupler, which joined the Komachi and Hayabusa trains. JR East is the only operator in Japan that connects trains of different designs for Shinkansen services. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are suing the developer of the game Palworld for patent infringement. Palworld, which has been likened to Pokemon with guns, gained popularity quickly after its release earlier this year. Both companies are investigating the claims against Palworld, with the developer Pocket Pair Incorporated issuing an apology to fans. The game has already attracted over 25 million players, resembling gameplay from the Pokemon franchise. Nintendo is known for protecting its intellectual property and aims to stop infringement through this lawsuit. Pocket Pair has vowed to investigate further into the alleged patent infringement. Shohei Ohtani has enjoyed an impressive career in both Japan and the United States. Japan celebrated with a mix of incredulity and pride as the 30-year-old player from the Los Angeles Dodgers made history on Friday by becoming the first Major League Baseball player to achieve 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in a single season. The achievement was widely covered in Japanese media, with special newspaper editions and displays in his hometown of Iwate. Ohtani's performance was seen as a source of national pride in Japan, with fans amazed by his superhuman abilities. Local Chinese police in Shenzhen believed the fatal stabbing of a 10-year-old schoolboy was an isolated incident, with the perpetrator acting alone. The motive of the attack remains undisclosed as authorities aim to prevent any potential strain in relations with Japan. The suspect, an unemployed 44-year-old man with a criminal history, admitted to injuring the boy 200 meters from the gate of his school, who later died from his injuries. The incident has sparked speculation, but officials maintain that the boy was not targeted due to having a Japanese father or attending a Japanese school. On Tokyo's request, additional security measures have been implemented at the school. That brings us to the end of news items for the week ending September 21st. These stories and more you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.